This is a video that will help you understand and use the Pythagorean theorem. Now, many of you may have heard the phrase a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, and may even know that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared is called the Pythagorean theorem. But what does the Pythagorean theorem really mean, and how do we use it? On a right triangle, the two sides that make up the right angle are called the legs. We usually associate these two sides with the letters a and b. The side opposite the right angle is called the hypotenuse, and usually on a right triangle we associate this side length with the letter c. Now, the Pythagorean theorem states that if you take a and you square that number, and you also take b and you square that number, and then you add those squares up together, you're going to get c squared, or the side length of c, that number squared. If that doesn't work, the triangle you're working with is not a right angle. Here, let me show you with a picture. This problem that I have down here, I have a triangle that has side lengths a, b, and c. And sides a and b are called the legs because they make up the right angle, and side c is called the hypotenuse because that's a side that's opposite the right angle. Now, side A is 3 units long, and the square off that side has an area of 9 units. Side B is 4 units long, and the square off that side has an area of 16 units. Side C we can find by taking a squared, which is 9, plus b squared, which is 16, and adding those two together. 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. So side C, if I square that number, has to have an area of 25. Well, the area, or the square root of 25 is equal to 5, so therefore I know the length of C has to be 5. Let's work on an example and show you how we solve a problem by using the Pythagorean theorem. Here I have a triangle, and if I look at this triangle, I have side lengths of 5 and 12, and those two sides are the legs because they make the right angle in the triangle that I have here. I'm going to show you how I solve a problem like this. Whenever I'm solving a Pythagorean theorem problem, I always start by writing down the formula. And the formula for the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared is c squared. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute the values 5 and 12 in for a and b. So when I do that, I get 5 squared plus 12 squared is equal to c squared. Next, I'm going to square both 5 and 12, and I'll get 25 plus 144 is equal to c squared. And I can just add up 25 and 144 and get 169 is equal to c squared. What that means is the area of the square off of this side is going to have an area of 169. The square root of 169 is, so that means that my side length, where I have question mark, is going to be 13 units long.